okay, I'm subscribed to Submeta. Uh, I'm off in some distant part of the world that has like maybe a small jujitsu community. What would you recommend is the best way to make the most out of Submeta and include it with your training?
Oh, good question. Um, Look, I think is like it probably you got to when you go to training that you should always have something you're working on. Um, and it, this is a little bit dependent on like how your gym structure. Like I've had some people messaging me like, oh, like I never get any time at my gym to drill, and I'm like, well, that's hard. Or any free time really, like to go and like troubleshoot or work on their own thing. But if your gym's got an open mat, for example, then you can go in and work things during the open mat. Some gyms will let you before class or after class kind of practice. That's a great time to work on techniques. If you're really lucky, they might let you practice your thing during class. But yeah, so I mean, at the very least, though, even if you're coming to training with something to work on, so I always recommend like try it out. You can't get good feedback as to what you need to work on until you actually try it out and it doesn't work, and then you come back and hopefully the instructional will answer some of the issues that you've been having when you're rolling. So like I'm trying to work my De La Riva, they keep stepping over my leg, and if you watch the instructional and I say, oh, when they step over your leg, it's going to be really annoying, until you've had someone step over your leg, you just kind of that will just fly right past your head. But once you actually try to do De La Riva, someone steps over your leg and you go, okay, this is a problem. Now when you watch the instructional, you've got some context and you're like, oh, that solves a problem. Now I can deal with that. So I think it's a real iterative process of going in, trying it, come back. If there's any troubleshooting section in the on Submeta, that's like a lot of the courses have like a troubleshooting section, which is a good place to go to first, but it could just be within the main concepts already applied. So there's often a lot of rewatching required, like going back and forth. And then in terms of implementation, I always try to I say, try and drill it. I think drill it until you can actually do it. So if it's a new movement, like make sure you can first do it. If someone's not resisting, can you actually like execute this move? Cool. Once you can execute it, actually quite early, like people to try it live, and then they can go back to when I say drilling, I don't know if I just do the same thing 50 times. I'm more like
Basically, to create a muscle memory. You watch the
yeah. So
video, you go and train it to create a muscle memory, so that you're going to be
exactly,
ready
yeah.
for proceed. Yes,
Yes,
for
yeah,
progress.
yeah. So and then then you because when you drill, you can go through the steps without having to go like, oh, where do I grab next? Like that almost just becomes automatic, and then you can focus more on what's happening that's making this hard. Are they stepping on me, or are they framing or stepping over my leg? There's obviously lots of things that can go wrong. So then you can be more acutely aware. Once the general movement patterns well ingrained, you'll be more aware of the issues you're having, which you can then come back to. And obviously, like I also encourage people troubleshoot themselves as well. Like don't just get all your information from Submeta and not try out like problem solving yourself and so on, because it's a really good skill to learn to problem solve yourself. And often a mix of the two. Often you might come up with a really good response, and then you might go, oh, I like to do this, but oh, I can see Lachlan does that too, and I can see how these can both fit together, and you can start developing eventually your own style, which is in the end perfect. So yeah.